I've been playing the Pikmin 4 demo for hours and hours by this point. And now having gone through all the caves, collecting the first 3 onions, and rescuing 2 Leaflings, I think I have a few ideas to discuss with you all. Wait, Leaflings? Hello everybody, you're watching Variety Television, and welcome to another Pikmin 4 theory. Today we're going all in on the Leaflings, everything we know so far, and what it could all mean. To start with, what are Leaflings? I'm sure most of you know already, but just in case, Leaflings are humanoid figures composed of leaves and other plant material. Leaflings were once regular, non-human people, but were transformed when their bodies were put through an onion. Right off the bat, there's a lot to dissect here. We know this is how the transformation happens because we clearly see it with our own eyes. Leafling Olimar commands his dog Moss to drag a castaway into an onion. Oh yeah, and this is Olimar as a Leafling, not Olimar once he has died in Pikmin 1's bad ending. Whether or not this whole thing is a retelling of Pikmin 1 is besides the point. That's not what we're here to discuss. The first thing we notice about Leaflings is obviously their appearance. The 3 we get to see in the demo also all resemble currently known Pikmin colors: red, purple, and pink. If you're a normal person and progress how you're supposed to, the first Leafling we encounter is Olimar. This is the scene where he and Moss drag a castaway down a hole. What we notice from Olimar, other than his appearance, is that it seems his personality has shifted as well. Suddenly, he is obsessed with efficiency, going as far as to convert a person into a Leafling and then hold them hostage until you out-Dondori Olimar. He then just dips out, leaving the new purple Leafling behind. This purple Leafling doesn't say anything at all to give us a hint at who they are or how they are affected, as they remain unconscious for a while after the transformation. It is possible that this is a side effect that everyone experiences after undergoing Leafling conversion. So far, we have the following side effects of becoming a Leafling. Drastic shift in appearance, going from a person to a plant creature, with some possible link to the known Pikmin types. Secondly, it seems this Leafling transformation has some effect on the original person's personality. Third, it is quite possible that a person remains unconscious for some time after becoming a Leafling. We actually have another point of evidence for the personality shift, and that's with our pink Leafling friend. We first see them dancing around a cave entrance from across a pool of water. If you manage to get enough ice Pikmin, you can freeze the water and cross, allowing you to do a second Dondori event. This one is more of a Pikmin 3 style challenge mode than a battle, however. It was a lot of fun, by the way. And the first word they say to us when we approach: Dondori, Dondori. When we jump in the cave to face our challenge, they state, "This place is for testing Dondori. Do more Dondori, improve Dondori." They then inform us that all the treasure in this area is not real and can't be taken out of the cave. Also, all of the Pikmin in the cave belong to them, and we are only being allowed temporary access to them. Next, they say, "This means can Dondori forever. This is bliss. For me, for you. You wish to take me from here? Show me your best? Dondori." I don't know about you all, but this is sending out some serious red flags to me. One thing that I would like to point out about the onions in this game is the major emphasis the in-game dialogue puts on survival. Things like, quote, "Could limiting the number of active Pikmin be a strategy to avoid extinction?" End quote, from Olimar. And, quote, "They really have developed a lot of protective traits to keep their species from getting totally wiped out." End quote, from Colin. Now for the theory. Olimar did this to himself, the onions are secretly masterminds, and all of this is for the evolutionary benefit of the Pikmin species. Now, let me explain myself before you click away. In the complete list of Olimar's logs that he sends out while searching for parts, we see him start to get desperate as he worries his life is nearing its end. In log number 62, he says, "The atmosphere on this planet contains large amounts of poisonous oxygen. I doubt that my spacesuit's life support system can hold out for more than a few days now. Maybe if I had a leaf, like Moss or the Pikmin." What a silly thought. At least it would have been if his situation weren't truly so dire. In log number 80, he says, "This is Captain Olimar. I'm currently stranded on an unknown planet in the far reaches of space. I'm in dire need of assistance. Please send help as fast as you can." And we already know that it takes a long time for the rescue corps to get his SOS. In log 62, he states he only has a few days of life support, and who knows how many days pass between 62 and 80. If he truly thought he was going to pass away, and he was already considering the possibility that a leaf may help him, is it that unlikely to assume that as his life support ran out, he plopped himself into the onion as a final attempt at survival? Whatever causes it, it totally works, as he is now transformed into a leafling and able to survive in oxygen with no problem. But how is Olimar even able to turn into a leafling in the first place? Why would the onion convert these castaways into leaflings rather than Pikmin sprouts like literally anything else that gets put into an onion? Well, for one very specific reason: to learn how to lead Pikmin effectively and to maximize the rate of survival. I mean, think about it. The Pikmin can't do much without a leader, and they don't seem to have any natural leader figures in the wild. If you introduce something to an ecosystem that makes it thrive, like Olimar to the Pikmin, that ecosystem is going to become dependent on that new introduction. The Pikmin survive so much better with a leader, and the onion is aware of this too. And just like the Pikmin field limit or the 3-type maximum, I think this is another evolutionary branch the onion has taken to maximize survivability. When Olimar took charge of the Pikmin, he became part of their survival and part of that ecosystem. As far as the Pikmin or the onion are concerned, he is solely helping their population thrive. He's just as important now to the Pikmin's survival as the Pikmin themselves. So when Olimar is on his last leg and gives himself up out of desperation, the onion does what it does best. It focuses on survival. After the transformation, we have a Pikmin leader that can survive on the planet naturally, who is hyper-focused on optimization and planning. And just like Pikmin have a natural urge to collect nutrients for the onion, Leaflings have the natural urge to collect information for the onion. But one isn't enough. Olimar isn't enough on his own. There are Pikmin everywhere who need leaders, and there's now potential leaders about to die of oxygen poisoning all across the area. The onions adapt to survive, so Olimar's next natural instinct as a leafling is to start converting castaways into leaflings as well, and then training these new leaders for maximum Pikmin survivability. Quote, "Those who do not embrace Dendori cannot survive this planet. But if they grow the leaves, they will thrive. You, skin having one. Do you believe you do not need the leaves? I will test your abilities to see if this is true." End quote. And although the words are coming from Leafling Olimar, I can't help but feel like this is the onions speaking out to us, saying, hey, do you really think you're good enough to survive here? All these other people already almost died, and I need leaders who can survive. Of course, I think all of this could lead to the onions developing leaflings naturally for the Pikmin, after gaining tons of Dendori-related knowledge from the castaways and the player. But let me know what you think about this theory down below. Do you agree with it? Do you disagree? If so, why? I'd love to know why. I want to know why. And while you're down there, if you haven't subscribed already, consider doing that, as I'm still trying to build my channel. If you enjoyed the video, also consider leaving a like. But that's going to be it for me today, guys. That's all I got. But stay tuned. Variety Television will be right back.